Okay, Vitam. So we were talking about perforating veins. So just try to follow that. So we have different perforators. I already told you that picture. Again, it has been elaborated. Okay. The short saphenous vein is continuing from which aspect of the dorsal venous arch? Lateral or medial?
Lateral.
Lateral. And where is it draining into?
Popliteal vein.
Popliteal vein. Okay. Okay. So short saphenous vein, it begins by the fusion of like small veins of the lateral aspect of the leg and the lateral malleolus. Okay. So it is running with sural nerve. We like great saphenous vein was running with saphenous nerve, this with sural nerve. Okay. So it runs upwards to middle of the popliteal space. Okay, it passes deep to the fascia to enter into the popliteal vein. Okay, that is very simple. Many points have been repeated, but so I am skipping. This perforators, I told you already, lateral perforator. Okay, what are the deep veins we have? Just come in reverse direction. So we have medial plantar vein, lateral plantar vein, anterior tibial vein, posterior tibial vein, fibular vein, popliteal vein, then femoral vein, which drains into external iliac vein. From there, common iliac, then into inferior vena cava. Isn't it? So that is. So if you want to talk about popliteal vein, you should remember the branches of popliteal artery, which Ansraj told us previously. Superior medial genicular, superior lateral genicular, superior inferior medial genicular, inferior lateral genicular, middle genicular. Terminal branches are anterior and posterior tibial. Just to convert these arteries names to veins. Okay, they will be draining into popliteal vein. Popliteal vein continues its journey same through the adductor opening only, hiatus, to continue as femoral vein. Okay, beta?
Hmm.
So that is veins of the sole of foot. So already I told you that whatever is written here. Okay. So finally they will move into external iliac, then common iliac, then inferior vena cava. So that finishes venous drainage. Hope you understood? Okay. When you go to applied aspects, people who do work with prolonged standing, what happens? The valves will fail to work. Okay. The valves will become incompetent. So there is a condition which is called as, you know this, varicose veins, isn't it? Varicose veins. The veins become very much tortuous. Okay. So because the valves are not competent to pump the blood back to heart, so that there is accumulation of blood in the superficial veins. It leads to severe pain because of the accumulation of blood. It's not going back to heart. So that is, what is this condition? Varicosity, varicose veins. Okay. So how to identify this condition? There is a technique like angiography. We can see for palpation of pulses. Basically, there will be gangrene. What is gangrene? If there is no blood supply to a particular area, that particular tissue gets degenerated. Okay. So phlebitis is inflammation. So because of prolonged varicosity, it may lead to ulcers. Okay, there may be bleeding in that particular area because of which there may be pigmentation, and it may lead to scratching, that is eczema. Sometimes these veins, due to prolonged failure to work, there may be calcification also. Okay. So many risk factors are there. Basically, it occurs in old age or in obesity, pregnancy, where a lot of pressure is there over the lower limbs, and there is failure to pump the blood back to heart. Okay. So this is the venogram which is generally taken. Huh? So to check the venous system. Okay. So CT venogram. You can see how it looks. Varicosities. Okay, this is with rectum and anal canal. We call it as hemorrhoids, no?
Mm.
This is varicose veins in the, what is the plexus of veins you see in the spermatic cord?
Pampiniform.
Very good, pampiniform plexus of
Pampiniform.
veins. So this pampiniform plexus of veins, if they are also becoming so much tortuous, then this is varicocele. Okay, names are different, but condition is same. Okay, so varicosities we can see with legs, we can see hemorrhoids with anal orifice, or varicocele we see with the pampiniform plexus of veins, what we see with the scrotum, isn't it? Testis, the spermatic cord. Okay, esophageal varices also I discussed. Especially I told you this happens in alcoholic people, isn't it?
Mm.
So that is. So treatment will be just to remove such veins, venesection. Okay, it is. So this picture I also kept when I was talking about coronary bypass graft. We can generally take the superficial veins, reverse the direction of valves. Whatever coronary artery is blocked, that is generally removed. Okay, in that place, we are just grafting this blood vessel and seeing that now it is working as an artery. Okay, that is coronary bypass surgery. Same picture I kept there also. Basically, this is our true picture, no beta? It should go in this direction. Now, if you want to
Mm.
change, can you see the direction has to be reversed. Okay,
Mm.
that is. This is upwards and this is downwards. So if you want to convert it to artery, see that you just direct it downwards. Okay, that is. See, this is grafted, venous bypass graft. Only thing is, instead of venous blood, now it is carrying oxygenated blood, serving the same function. Okay,
Mm.
this is coronary bypass graft. So one of the commonest vein which is chosen for this purpose, easily accessible. No, saphenous means easily seen. You can easily cut, remove. As such, also it's not so important. Suppose if it is not collecting the venous blood back, there are so many other veins which can bring the blood back to heart. No, deeper veins are there which will undertake the work. So we can easily collect this for grafting. So all these are not required. Varicose veins. See, if they are not treated, it will lead to ulcers like this. So generally sclerotherapy is, we are just introducing one medicine like sclerosin so as to just uh, voluntarily we are just killing this vein. The vein dries out and shrinks because it's no more working. No, unnecessarily it is leading to the formation of ulcers. Okay, so in case of valves failure, we do this sclerotherapy. Vein slowly disappears as they gradually absorbed in the body. We are just injecting this sclerosant medication. Okay, so that is thrombophlebitis means what it is? Inflammation of veins, which is leading to thrombus. So that means thrombus is a blood clot, isn't it? So once it grows, it can block anywhere in the cardiovascular system. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT. So anywhere. That's what is happening even in case of COVID. No? That virus is causing the formation of thrombi, blood clots. And suppose if it is blocking the coronary blood vessels, it will lead to heart attack. Suppose if it is blocking the renal arteries, it will lead to renal failure. Based on the place where it is blocking, usually those clinical symptoms are manifested, isn't it? If it is blocking the bronchial blood vessels, it will lead to respiratory arrest, isn't it?
Mm.
So that is. So lymphatic drainage is also short topic only. So let's finish. So we have like superficial group of lymph nodes, which I told you just now, accompanying the like great saphenous vein, isn't it? So deep
Mm.
lymph nodes we have like deep inguinal group of lymph nodes, popliteal and anterior tibial nodes. Okay. So these are like great saphenous vein. Along with great saphenous vein, they are arranged in the form of T, T letter, Telangana state, like that. So you have, see this is great saphenous vein. Accompanied with that, you have lower vertical group, 4 to 5 in number. Okay, this is all. Then we have upper horizontal group. In this also you can divide it into medial group and lateral group. Okay, medial group overall, if you totally, they may be 5 to 6 in number. Okay, so these are superficial. Now, when you go to the femoral vein, along with femoral vein, whatever lymph nodes are placed, you call them as deep inguinal group of lymph node. Do you remember the femoral triangle, the femoral canal, the femoral ring,
Mm.
isn't it? So there also we had one deep lymph node. What was that? Lymph node
Pockets.
of Cloquet or lymph node of Rosenmuller, isn't it?
Mm.
Apart from this, we have popliteal group of lymph nodes 3 to 6 in number, anterior tibial. Okay, so these are the deep group of lymph nodes. So lymphatic drainage, finally that also goes into venous system only, no? What is the largest lymphatic duct we have in our body?
Thoracic.
Thoracic.
Very good. Very good. Where is thoracic duct opening?
At the
Junction of?
junction of the and
At the junction of?
Jugular and
external jugular and subclave.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So these are the lymphatics beta, which you are seeing superficial and deep. So we have lymph nodes, superficial inguinal lymph nodes and deep inguinal lymph nodes. So deep inguinal lymph nodes were accompanying the femoral vein. Superficial inguinal lymph nodes were accompanying the great saphenous vein. So apart from the inguinal lymph nodes, we also have this picture. You remember what I see, popliteal and anterior tibial node. They come under the category of deep. Okay. So we are just green, 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 green lines. So many you saw when we were doing great saphenous vein, right? Those are nothing but
mm.
superficial lymphatics. If we go in the deeper plane, they will be deep lymphatics. Okay. So this superficial. So lower vertical group. They drain the skin and fascia of the lower limb, except the buttock and short saphenous territory. Then upper lateral group. They drain the skin and fascia of the upper part of the lateral side of the thigh, buttock, flank region, back and below the umbilical plane. That is. Then this is upper medial group. We should remember better because venous drainage also may be answered.